Now, I know I just wasted the last 18 seconds of really my life just looking at my screen all pissed off, and rightfully so. I think every Bear fan can get a takeaway from this game feeling pissed off. Because the fact that we got into a damn dogfight with the Giants without Saquon Barkley and fucking Sterling Shepard. The fact that we got into a fight with those guys out of the fucking game against this Giants team that got literally mollywopped against the Steelers. But what should I have said? It's the fucking Chicago Bears. You know, they have a really good start off in the first half. 17-0 Chicago Bears. Even though the end of the first half wasn't ideally impressive because they almost let them score there. And who knows, maybe those 3 points by the Giants actually helped them much more. And then what happens in the second half? Fucking nothing. Fucking nothing. That's it. I'm done. Listen, I'm already in a bad mood from last week's Sports Week because my damn Clippers blew a 3-1 lead. Now the Bears are apparently always escaping out of last second freaking goal line stands or red zone stands. It happened last week against the Detroit Lions. It's happening this week against the dang New York Giants. You know, the first half, okay, we actually created the consistency from the fourth quarter from the Detroit game into 2 quarters in this game. And then what happens in the second half? Nothing! We go cold! Again, can I just make a mention, guys? Can I make a fucking mention? This happened last year if you were paying attention to your screen for the Chicago Bears. And this is for other NFL fans paying attention to this too. Because the 2019 Bears were a team always defined by 2 halves. You could get one Sunday where the Bears have a great first half and they're really good and effective for a half. You get over to the second half, they're like garbage. They don't do nothing. They can't move the ball. Their defense gets shredded. You know, they honestly become inept. Or they struggle to start out the first half, and then the second half, that's when they pick it up, just like last week. If you ask me, I'm starting to see a replication of the 2019 Chicago Bears. I thought this team was supposed to be different. Hell yes, we get Robert Quinn back this week. We should mollywalk the Giants in terms of what we saw from the Giants in week 1. Really? Because that damn defense got carved up for most of the damn second half. What the hell? First things first, I'm just gonna get... Okay, I'm gonna get the good things out the way. Okay. The defense, to start off, well, I'm gonna start the good parts of the defense. The defense, they were getting pressured, they were forcing turnovers, and they were doing their damn job that we expect the defense to do in the first half. And they did all their job. The defense did most of their job really well and really effectively. Till the Giants tried to go get a last-minute field goal at the end of the first half. Now, they missed the field goal, but then the defense doesn't do much of anything going forward. They're also going to be blamed in the second half of my negatives. So I'm not done with you, defense. I love the defense, I really do, but they deserve to be rightfully criticized. Another thing I liked, Trubisky playing in the first half. I didn't like what he did in the second half. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to just be point honest. I'm going to blame the facts. I'm going to say Trubisky, matter of factly, sucked in the second half. Yes, was that one interception to Allen Robinson not on him? Yes, that was more than Allen Robinson. And if Allen Robinson wants his money, I need you to frickin' not let guys rip the damn ball out of your hands. But still, Trubisky throws an errand pass, forcing it to start out the first drive for the Bears in the third quarter. Guess what? Pick. Trubisky in the second half, okay, he was garbage. Other than the only other good thing he did was on the one last Chicago Bears drive is he did convert on a freaking, huge, down where he ran the ball for the first down. Other than that, second half Trubisky, garbage. But first half Trubisky, good. That kept the consistency going from fourth quarter Detroit to the first two quarters. Now people and most Bear fans will rip me, but I honestly thought Trubisky played average. He played average. If you thought Trubisky played good, okay. He played well. I'm not going to say he played good. He played well. But again, what I saw from the second half doesn't lead me to believe this guy should stay here. Now, Trubisky in the first half, good job. He was throwing the ball down the field. He was freaking, darting it. That one drive where we scored the touchdown to Darnell Mooney, great execution from not only the offense, but great execution from Mitchell Trubisky. I'm going to give credit where credit's due. If Mitchell Trubisky, and I'm watching the game, does something good, I'm going to credit him and say he had a good drive. He was throwing darts. And, even on the touchdown to Mooney, was it not the most perfect of passes? Because apparently Bears fans in that point in time were trying to find some way to criticize Trubisky, even though he had a pretty good drive. Who gives a damn if he throws a damn spiral? Did it get to the target? Is it a touchdown? Yes. Move on and stop trying to nitpick him. And I know I can say I'm a Trubisky nitpicker, but Jesus, at the end of the day, I just care if this guy scores me some damn touchdowns. He did that. So, to some Bear fans nitpicking him, it wasn't a fucking spiral. It wasn't a fucking dart. Let me ask you a question. Did he get the touchdown? Did he throw? Did it get to the target? Yes, yes, and yes. Move on here as I put my charger in my laptop because my computer's about to start dying. But, okay. Another good thing I liked. David Montgomery. Man, that last drive he had running the ball, I kid you not, was some of the best runs he's had as a Chicago Bear probably in his career up to this point. That dude ran the ball with some conviction, some damn passion. He was hitting the holes, and he was telling the Giants, literally, get the F off me. That's what I'd like to see. Matt Nagy committing to the run. Oh, that's right. Well, until the third and one, and the fourth and one, were really good. And I like the fact that Matt Nagy didn't take Montgomery out. He kept sticking with Montgomery, and he made him run the ball down the New York Giants' throat. It finally took the Giants a while to figure out, maybe we should probably just start blitzing these guys. So, yeah. What was another good thing I liked? I think that's really it. I think that's all I can say of what I like good. I guess you can say I like what Darnell Mooney gave us this game. That's the only other thing I could say. But other than that, that's really it. Those are my positives of the game. Honestly, if you ask me. Going to the Bears stats anyways. Trubisky was 18 of 28 for 190 yards. He had 2 touchdowns and 2 picks. David Montgomery had 16 carries, 82 yards. Patterson had 7 carries for 25 yards. Trubisky, 4 carries for 16 yards. Cohen, the guy who got paid as of last night. I still want Allen Robinson to get paid, but I will also say this. If Allen Robinson wants to get paid, he better, not let guys rip the ball out of his hands. Cohen had 5 carries for 12 yards. The team as a whole had 32 carries and 135 rushing yards as a combined effort. So 135 yards on the ground. I'll take it. I still think we need to run the ball more, especially what we saw in that last spurt by Montgomery. But okay, I'll take it. Receiving, David Montgomery had 3 receptions for 45 yards and 1 touchdown. Darnell Mooney, 3 receptions for 36 yards, 1 touchdown. Allen Robinson, 3 receptions for 33 yards. Jimmy Graham, 1 reception for 18 yards. Javon Wims, 2 receptions for 17. Cohen, 1 for 15. Komet, 1 for 12. 2 receptions for Patterson, 8 yards. And Ryan Nall, 1 reception for 2 yards. And Bobby Massey, 1 reception for 4 yards, which essentially somewhat, at that point, what I thought saved the game. But okay. What I liked from the offense in the first half was nice and effective. And, like I said, the defense, they brought it. I can ask for it. Now let's get to the negatives. And I think you Bear fans will like what I'm doing here. Okay, so start with the damn offense. I'm going to start with the offense before I get to the fucking defense. I'll even get to Cairo Santos not missing a 50-yard field goal. Okay. Let's start with the offense in terms of my negatives. So, who was the main culprit in essentially taking the lead, last week against the Lions? Oh, wait. A certain Anthony fucking Miller. Where was he today? I was literally about to look for an APB out for him. Oh, wait, I see Anthony Miller. Oh, he's fucking Butterfingers. What the hell was that? He drops a fucking touchdown, and he drops a freaking conversion on 3rd down. And guess what they do? Go right through his freaking arms. Maybe you should try to catch him with your damn hands. I don't know what the hell is Anthony Miller's problem, but Jesus, I'm sorry. But if you're asking me any Bears offensive player to freaking hurry up and step up and we're saying Trubisky's inconsistent, this man Anthony Miller's inconsistent as fuck. He can't catch a ball to save his life. But then you have him last week becoming damn near one of the best receivers in the game, catching passes. No, I need Anthony Miller to start catching passes. Otherwise, bench his ass. I'm wasting my time for receivers that are going to drop easy touchdown passes or drop down, passes that only the quarterback can make, which Trubisky gave him 2 excellent throws. Drop passes from him. I need more out of Anthony Miller. So I don't know if that means you target him more or I don't know anything. That's probably why they haven't been targeting him. Because guess what? He's dropping passes. Next thing about the offensive play call. Next thing about the offense. What the hell was the play call in the second half? What was all that stuff? They didn't freaking play call like they did in the first half, I'll tell you that. In that last drive, man. Matt Nagy at his finest, guys. We're running the ball down the Giants' throat on essentially a clinching drive to try to put away the Giants. What happens on 3rd and 1? Oh, we throw the ball. Okay, we're going to go for it. Okay, I'm like, okay, we're going to go for it. Hopefully Matt Nagy learned his lesson. He's going to run the ball. Oh my gosh. If it doesn't, work the first time, it will probably not work the second time. Yeah, let's run it on back-to-back, 3rd and 1, and then a 4th and 1, you pass it. And guess what? We got lucky. Because if it wasn't for that tip pass, literally going into Massey's freaking arms, dare I say the Giants might have actually went down and scored earlier than expected? Yeah, please. He's still doing same bullshit-ass play calling when it's obviously 3rd and 1, 2nd and 1. Instead of running the fucking ball, you want to go fucking pass it. Yeah, but we have a barely average type of quarterback. But we don't run the ball. Yeah, Matt Nagy, your play calling is still shit. Still, even in the first half, there were some play calls where I was even like, bro, what the fuck are you calling? Gets cute. Hell, he does one of them college-like type of design quarterback runs where if the quarterback has nothing, he pitches to the running back. Guess what? That ended up in a negative play, and that went nowhere. And guess what? That drive ended up bad, I believe. So Matt Nagy with this dumbass play, cute play calling. Ninja, what? Stop this. I don't like this. But what can I say? It's Matt Nagy. He's trying to fool people. But he doesn't fool me. Hell, I can coach better than this guy. It'd be simple. Run the damn ball. Carlos Santos. Well, first things first. When is Eddie Pinheiro going to get back from his damn groin injury? Because I'm about to question why we don't cut him either. Because every time I look back at this guy, he's always having balls issues. And when I mean ball issues, I mean he always has an issue with his fucking ball. Get your damn groin right, and whatever you're doing to, hurt that area, your private parts, stop it! I don't know what you're doing, but stop injuring your groin, Eddie Pinheiro. Carlos Santos, if I see this man miss another 50-yard field goal, he's going to be cut. So hopefully Eddie Pinheiro gets back here faster than what I think he is. Hopefully he's back by next week. Now let's get to the damn defense. Oh my God. Okay. If there was a game where I thought the defense could rebound off, I would say, a pretty honestly bad performance from defensive standards, I would say this would be the week, especially what we saw what the Steelers defense did to the Giants offense. And yeah. Now, let me just say this. Let me get this out the way. Hopefully Saquon Barkley, makes a full recovery. It's not confirmed he has a torn ACL, but what's coming out of the rumblings, they fear he has torn an ACL. So that sucks. And I believe with the way the game was going, if Saquon Barkley was playing, we probably would have lost this game. Anyways, going back into my stuff, let me read off the Giants' offensive stats. So Daniel Jones had 25 completions, or was 20 of 5 of 40 attempts. He had 241 yards passing, 1 interception. Saquon Barkley, 4 carries, 28 yards. D. Jones, I don't know who that guy is. 3 carries for 21 yards. Deion Lewis, 10 carries for 20 yards and 1 touchdown. That should have never happened. Evan Ingram, 6 receptions for 65 yards. Golden Tate, 5 receptions for 47 yards. Deion Lewis, 4 receptions for 36 yards. Darius Slayton, I believe, 3 receptions for 33 yards. C.J. Board, 3 receptions for 32 yards. Sterling Shepard, 2 receptions for 29 yards. As an overall for this team, that's 241 receiving yards. Okay. I'm just going to put those, I just put the stats out there. Most of those stats actually came in the second half, just to let you know. Mostly on the receiving side. So, okay. Maybe I'm going to have to pull back on my hype levels for this Bears defense. Because I was really hyped about this Bears defense coming into this season. But apparently, it seems like they can't even stop an inept offense missing Sterling Shepard and Saquon Barkley. And they're going to let guys like C.J. Board frickin' hurt them in the passing game. Can I also say this? Where the fuck was that defensive line? I know they've had 4 or 5 sacks this game, but where the fuck was that defensive line? Because I was looking for them. They created pressure, but they sure as hell didn't get to Daniel Jones. They did really good in the first half, but the second half, they were anemic. They were terrible. So, defense didn't look really impressive, I forgot to mention this last week. Danny Trevathan. I'm starting to question why we signed him because Danny Trevathan has not looked good at all. At all. So, maybe we should have just re-signed Nick Kwiatkowski, instead of Danny Trevathan. Can I also say this? This Bears fucking secondary fucking sucks. I don't know if it's just me, but this Bears secondary is garbage. A few times you'll have them playing good, and then other times they're having average ass guys, freaking ball them up. So, but like I said, the weakest part of this Bears defense is the back end. It is the DBs. I'm going to be honest. I did not like the coverage plays. I did not like the fact. I didn't like the fact in the second half the defense wasn't creating any push on that offensive line whatsoever. And then, by the time the offensive line said, oh no, we can handle these guys. These guys are nothing. The Giants' offensive line turned into one of the best offensive lines for some reason. So it was the same offensive line that couldn't stop the Steelers' defensive line. Here, we couldn't do it. Also, I'm still waiting for a holding call to be called on the Bears, on the opposing team. I know you're not going to get holding calls every now and then in almost every play, but damn, could the refs actually call fucking holding calls? Like one or two? I don't think I honestly seen a holding call in a Bears game this season so far. The only penalty I've seen was Jermaine Freddie get a chop blocking penalty. Which, okay, good. The Bears aren't converting on a lot of penalties. Well, the only other penalty you could say was the pass interference by Eddie Jackson that negated the return for the touchdown Eddie Jackson had. Which I think that isn't a pass interference because Eddie Jackson's going for the ball. He managed to just run into a guy. Deal with it. Move on. That was never a pass interference in the past, but it is now. It's like I said, you can't touch these damn receivers. Anyways, the defense, they're starting to make me scratch my head. They're really starting to make me scratch my head, and I'm about to be like, okay, so the defense is not what I expected. They got carved up against the Detroit Lions, albeit without Kenny Golladay. And the Bears defense still got carved up without a Saquon Barkley and a Sterling Shepard. So that's not looking good going into week 3. We have to go up against Calvin Ridley and Julio Jones. That does not look promising. Oh, even Todd Gurley too, because that's the next running back we're gonna play. So that's 3 great running backs we played in 3 straight weeks. And guess what? Even after that, we're playing the tough offensive line of the Colts, and they have Jonathan Taylor, just to let you know. Oh, and then after that, we play the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and they have another good running back. Well, a lot of good running backs actually over there. But yeah, this defense has not impressed me. I'm gonna be honest. This defense has not impressed me this year at all. And we were told we were gonna get an elite defense here. They are not playing nothing. They're not playing anything, yes. Are they limiting teams to, have they limited teams to, points? The lowest amount of points they can? Yes, but they're still getting carved up. Like, seriously. Seriously, when it was cut to a 1-point game, the Bears defense allowed a 95-yard drive from the New York Giants for that touchdown to make it a 1-point game. At that point in time, yes. I'm going to need the defense to hurry and step the fuck up. Now, to end off this video, my overall takeaways of the game. I'm still not impressed by this Bears team. I literally am not. If there was anything to take away, we should be happy is that we got a win again. And yes, can you say this one was another lucky one? Yes, but still, as a Bears fan, should you be impressed with what you're seeing? No. If I'm being honest, I'm still having the same takeaways from week 1 against Detroit. And it's like, so the offense is average at best, and the defense is also slightly average at best, or overhyped at best. So, yeah, I'm wondering okay, so when are the Bears going to actually make a complete game look really good? And when I'm going to be like having a takeaway where like, you know what? I'm actually somewhat impressed. Here, I kind of had the same thoughts for most like I did in the Detroit Lions game. I'm like, okay, we played fine enough to win, but still, at the end of the day, I'm still coming with more question marks than, oh, okay, time to move on to Atlanta. And it's yes. Like I said, in my case, as a Bears fan, I'll take any damn win I can get. Whether I'm stressed out as all Kingdom Come and I'm about to have a heart attack, I don't care. We get a win. I'll take it. Still, like I said, Detroit. Like I said last week in my Detroit game recap, it wasn't the prettiest of wins. It wasn't. But did we still get the W? Yes. But still, Bear fans, don't overhype anything. Don't buy into the Mitchell Trubisky hype because he had one good half and then he stunk up the joint in the second half. Don't buy into that hype. Don't buy into the hype of the Bears winning this game. Because that's a problem I've been seeing Bear fans get into, as of late. Starting from last week. Do not look forward. Do not get overhyped. Do not overhype this team. This team, by far, if I'm being honest, and an honest thing, is an average to below average team. The Bears should have never been in the position they were in, where they were legit in the same spot like they were last week against the Lions, essentially, when it comes down to one final play. There's no way you go on a 17-0 or take a 17-0 lead and you let the bad team hang around. But that's the problem with the Bears. They let the bad teams hang around, and guess what? The bad team almost gets back into the game and somehow upsets the Bears. The way I look at it, if everything was rolling, we should have blown these guys out 31-10. I'm sorry, but I'm being honest. This Bears team has yet to impress me. I'm not impressed, and I'm wondering if they're going to win next week against the damn Atlanta Falcons. We'll just have to find out on the next episode of Chicago Bears Z. Like that Dragon Ball Z reference? Because I just had to do it. Because, man, I'm still having question marks. They got the win. I'll take it. A win's a win. We're 2-0 for the first time since 2013. But still, I'm taking away. I'm like, okay. So we barely got past the Lions. But we know the Lions are always going to, be the Lions. Because just look at the Lions game against the Green Bay Packers game. That's how we should have treated them. Green Bay struggles to play with the Lions, and they mess around with the Lions. Guess what the Packers do? They lay it in on them. Right now, if you ask me, the Bears, Lions, and Vikings are all contending for worst, team in the NFC North. Because right now, I don't see how anybody's going to beat the Green Bay Packers. Because the Green Bay Packers, they're going to run away with the division. I know I'm saying this early on, but they're running away with the division. Because one, the Vikings look like shit, garbage. The Lions, they're not any good. They're more improved, but they're not any good. And the Bears, you still have a question mark. Well, they looked good for a bit of this game, but still, what to expect? What do you expect the Bears are going to do? So, yeah. Like I said, I was not impressed by this game. The Bears should have never been put in this position. I said it going out of the half. Don't get conservative, guys. Don't play cutesy. Don't let these guys get back in the game. Step on their throats. Yeah, it comes down to the last play. And thank God we didn't get a pass interference, which again, I don't know why the ref said offensive pass interference. And you have to make that a mention. And you're like, well, there's an offensive pass interference. Therefore, the game's over. If you knew it was an offensive pass interference, just say there's no foul and game's over. So, why? Hell, even why throw the flag to begin with? It isn't going to change nothing. Because the refs literally got me scared like some Bears, DB interfered with a receiver. And then the Giants have one final chance with 0-0-0 to win the game. That would have pissed me off beyond belief. But yeah, next week is Atlanta. Again, I don't know if I'm going to do a game preview. I actually did do a game preview for the Giants game. But I was going to upload that on Saturday. But then Saturday, I had a gang load of videos to record. And then I honestly forgot. So, yeah. But other than that, that's really it. That's all I got to say. The Bears got the W, so I'll take it. We move on to Atlanta. So we played the Atlanta Falcons next week in Atlanta. And that does not look promising with the way our DBs got carved up because we're playing Calvin Ridley and Julio Jones. And we play another pretty decent running back in Todd Gurley. So, yeah. So hopefully we can go next week 3-0. Like I said, I'll probably make a game preview going into next week. I definitely will. I'm going to have to watch the game highlights from the Cowboys Falcons game because I did not watch anything from that. Yeah, I'm gonna do my review on that. Look what I saw there, and yeah. So other than that, the Bears got a win. We're 2-0, and I'll take it. So other than that, this has been Camper 15. So if you guys like the video, leave a like. Put in the comment section for you Bear fans. What do you think the Bears need to do to be better? Do you think they need to have a consistent game throughout the entire game? Or is there some things that they need to clean up? And stuff like that. So yeah, also hit that subscribe button to get more Chicago Bears content every week regarding any updates for the Bears. So I'll make sure if the Bears have a player go out because of the virus, I'll make sure to update you on that. Any other thing going on in Bears news. Now I know I forgot to make a mention about Tariq Cohen getting paid and the whole Allen Robinson, debacle. But my thoughts on that real quick. I think the Bears definitely need to pay Allen Robinson. I don't know why they paid Tariq Cohen before they paid Allen Robinson, but okay. Tariq Cohen's locked up. Fine. He's going to be a Bear. Hopefully they lock up Allen Robinson in the coming weeks. But maybe after this game, maybe the Bears are like, yeah, this is why we haven't extended you. Although Allen Robinson has showed up in the past. But I think Allen Robinson will have a bounce-back game. And, so we're going to see. We're going to see. So I'm going to get out here, guys. If you guys, like I said, like the video, leave a like. Or hit that subscribe button to get more Chicago Bears content. So I'm going to get out here. Hopefully, you guys, with this Bears win, are having a great, excellent Sunday. Because I know I'm going to have a great Sunday. Until then, guys, I'm going to get out of here. Hopefully, you guys have a great rest of your day. Until then, guys, peace.